proud to serve northeastern and central Pennsylvania. This is WNEP TV16, the news station. Now, Nolan Johannes, Karen Harch, Jack Roland in SkyCam 16, meteorologist Tom Clark with his backyard forecast, and Tim Carlson Sports. This is Newswatch 16 Update. Good evening. Firemen in our area are out on a couple of house fires tonight.
One fire has destroyed the home of the Fox family in Ridgebury Township, Bradford County. The other fire tonight is burning right now in the Harvey's Lake area of Luzerne County. Firemen were called to that house fire within the past hour. Newswatch 16 has a crew on the way to the scene, and we hope to have more on the Harvey's Lake fire later on in this newscast. A success for NASA tonight. A powerful rocket carrying a military communications satellite blasted off at Cape Canaveral tonight. The launch was delayed for a half hour because of a radio problem, but it was corrected, and the rocket was launched at around 9:30. So far, all is going well with the flight, and NASA officials say they should know very soon if the military satellite has made it into outer space. It's the fourth straight successful launch for NASA as the space agency tries to recover from the Space Shuttle Challenger disaster.
There's talk in Washington that Pennsylvania Senator Arlen Specter may be named to a special Senate committee investigating the Iranian arms scandal. The House is also forming its own investigative committee. Meanwhile, Scranton native Frank Carlucci made his debut today as the president's new national security advisor. And as ABC's Bill Greenwood reports, the Iranian arms scandal is still the main topic at the White House.
The president of Costa Rica came to the White House complaining that efforts by the U.S. to topple his neighbor to the north, Nicaragua, have created economic and refugee problems. But in the Oval Office, it was the problem of the Iran-Contra connection that bedeviled President Reagan, who was asked about the refusal of key players in the scandal to testify before Senate investigators.
It is not new or unusual. It happened many times before. But when there is going to be an independent counsel starting an investigation, individuals who have no access to the files or papers or kinds of preparation for questions have done just exactly the same thing.
Later, questions followed the president into the Rose Garden, where he defended his decision to aid Nicaraguan rebels.
There has been no deterioration of our commitment, no weakening of our resolve. Let there be no mistake. The free people of Central America will not be abandoned to communist domination.
In the press room, the president's new national security advisor stayed out of the Contra-Iran controversy. But Frank Carlucci told reporters he'll make sure there are adequate checks and balances in the future.
I see my role as helping him to continue to implement that vigorous foreign policy during the next 2 years by providing a good quality control mechanism to the decision-making process.
Bill Greenwood, ABC News, the White House.
The man who's been the official spokesman for President Reagan for almost 5 years is leaving the job. But Larry Street says he's not going because of the Iranian arms scandal. Street's has accepted a job on Wall Street. Sources say he'll be making $250,000 a year at his new job. Street leaves the White House on February 1st. Another American company is pulling out of South Africa. Revlon says it's leaving because the South African government has not made enough progress toward ending its racial problems. Revlon is selling its beauty product factory in Johannesburg and will stop doing business altogether in South Africa by the end of next year. Nolan?
Pennsylvania Power and Light has received an okay from the state for a customer refund of close to $6 million. The state PUC says the utility collected too much of a state tax surcharge added on to customers' electric bills earlier this week. PP&L asked for permission earlier this week to give a $32 million rate reduction. PP&L says the $6 million okay today was part of that total. It all would mean a 2% cut in electric bills for PP&L customers.
Coming up, we'll have an update on those beach whales at Cape Cod.
Plus, a little later, the Newswatch 16 reporter who spent the day monkeying around at the Christmas show. All of that will be coming up.
Clap on, clap off, clap on, clap off.
Let you turn things on or off from anywhere in the room. Just plug in the clapper and a television, lamp, stereo, almost anything you want to clap on and off.
Clap on, clap off.
Paperboard Hills, Raymond Derrick, Woolworth, Gloucester GB, Say's, and G.C. Murphy stores.
Old Man Winter is already battering many parts of the United States, so the time to get to Burlington Coat Factory is now. For the first choice of the largest selection of winter coats and jackets in the country, what every member of your family needs to keep warm, no matter how cold it gets. And because Burlington is famous for low prices, you can get your new winter coat at the lowest price imaginable. That should make you feel warm all over. Burlington Coat Factory, the next best thing to getting at wholesale.
Scientists say they are an important step closer to a vaccine against AIDS. Researchers have discovered that a small amount of protein taken from the AIDS virus can be used to develop antibodies that destroy the AIDS virus. Scientists say that the protein can be mass-produced cheaply. But so far, they've only tested it in animals, and researchers say any vaccine against AIDS is still a long way off. And
Scientists are trying to figure out why whales are beaching themselves in Cape Cod. Volunteers have been helping veterinarians try to save the whales. It appears they've managed to get about 24 of them out of danger and back in deep water. It's not an easy job keeping the giant mammals alive.
It would just keep the whale wet and have to move it so it circulates and keeps going. Does it feel a little helpless? Yeah, it does. It's kind of upsetting, actually. They're struggling.
About a dozen whales are still stranded on the shore. Since some weigh 2 tons, they're in danger of suffocating under their own weight. Scientists say today they'll have to kill 10 of the whales to end their suffering.
a community group in our area is doing its part to help make this a happy holiday season for senior citizens. Night Beat reporter Joe Ducey stopped by a Christmas party thrown by the Kiwanis Club in Wilkes-Barre tonight.
Sometimes we have a lot of sadness but when we're together here, we're happy.
There is no room for sadness now. These people are too busy singing, taking part in celebrating the Christmas season. The singing is only part of the celebration. The highlight may have been decorating the Christmas tree. It's all put on by the local Kiwanis Club, one of 7 parties that have or will take place at senior citizens buildings throughout the Wilkes-Barre area.
We do it to help the residents of these apartments who, as you probably know, in many cases don't have any family. That's part of the reason that they're here, many of them.
It's something these people take part in every year, but it never gets old. In fact, it's something they look forward to months in advance because it gives them a chance to get together with other residents they may not get to see very often.
Sit without a room, mixing with all our neighbors and friends.
What do you think about the choirs coming in here and doing this kind of thing?
Glad to have them. They're good company.
Joe Ducey, Newswatch 16 in Wilkes-Barre.
Next meteorologist Tom Clark will let us know if this will be a good weekend for outdoor decorating.
A lot of people want it to be a nice weekend, you know.
I know that, Nolan. That happens every weekend. People cutting down trees, getting the Christmas tree, and putting up the lights. We'll talk about what it's going to be like this weekend. And I'll tell you who's really getting hit hard tonight. You're watching Newswatch 15 Update on WNEP TV. And we're proud to serve Pottsville and all of Schuylkill County.
For the holidays, we always go to Grandma's.
They never leave.
She's got this special way she prepares food. Special thing you do, Grandma?
I protest
The holidays.
this season. I'm eating out. Batter fried shrimp at Long John Silver's. Soft golden brown, and I don't have to cook. Now that's a holiday treat.
And Grandma, you're not serious about not cooking, are you?
Long John Silver's. What's the
What do you have?
down home flavor?
What do you have?
Country flavor. Give me a patty real flavor. Patty real red on here. The man, the
All right, let's go up to that backyard and find out about this weekend coming up. Tom?
Okay, thank you, Nolan and Karen. Well, it was clear over the backyard for a part of tonight, but it's now begun to cloud up once again, and some snow flurries now entering the western counties of our viewing area.
And it looks like that a slight shift in the wind for tomorrow will bring even colder temperatures into the state. But I do see a slight warm-up over the weekend, and we'll talk about that. Let's begin out in Lycoming County tonight, where Amos Starr has 36 degrees in Elandsport. He says it's windy out there tonight and some snow flurries falling. And my little weather watcher, Maureen Littleford in Shavertown, has 25 out back. And down there in Bethlehem, David Harmanos, checks in with a 31-degree temperature now under clear skies down that way. And tonight's holiday house belongs to Ernest Gross on Winona Road in Mount Pocono. And what we have out back now under cloudy skies is 29 degrees. The humidity is 53%. The wind is dying down just a bit now, thank goodness. It's west at only 12, and the barometer is rising from 30.14. Now, we had a high today of 38 degrees. That is close to what is normal. 29, the current temperature, the low so far out back. 66.4, the record for this date, and 28 was the high 1 year ago. Now, tonight's cold invasion from Canada will last right through the night tonight and all day tomorrow. But warmer water temperatures in the Great Lakes add a tremendous amount of moisture to the air as it passes over, and the result is some very heavy lake effect snow squalls tonight. Some snow squall warnings out for some of the western counties of New York State, where in Genesee County now there is 16 inches of snow on the ground, and it's still coming down at about an inch an hour. And there's some thunder snow squalls taking place tonight. So they're getting hit hard up there tonight. But again, just some scattered flurries over the state now. 28 in Allentown, 30 in Pittsburgh, and it trails off into the 20s and teens. 14 now in Green Bay, Wisconsin. This cold flow because of a storm system up over eastern Canada. It's been there the past couple of days. And again, this high now beginning to build in from the west will control our weather through the weekend. So it looks good for putting up some decorations on Saturday and going out and getting a tree. It looks nice and sunny thanks to this high. The only thing we have to worry about over the weekend is this front up here over Canada. It'll push through probably on Sunday without any rain or snow, just a few clouds, and so it looks storm-free right through the weekend. See a little swirl of clouds off the coast of California. Big rainstorm coming ashore, and some of that moisture could reach us along about Tuesday night or Wednesday of next week. So for tomorrow, just some snow flurries around, especially in the morning. Lennoxville, 32 the high tomorrow. Duryea, about 34. Pottsville, 39. A colder day than what it was today. Hughesville, 37. And the wind west-northwest, 10 to 20. And the sunrise time for tomorrow will be 7:13, and the sunset at 4:35. Okay, tonight, some flurries. Partly sunny tomorrow, 34. Saturday, nice and sunny. As we see it now, about 38, warming up to about 40 on Sunday, partly sunny skies. So, it's going to stay pretty good.
All right.
Sounds good.
Thanks, Tom.
And still ahead, the Newswatch 16 reporter with a chimp on his shoulder.
Was Tim Paulson with Penn State and 6 players on the All-America football team, and rocking the hardwoods as Wilson teams meet for the first time this year. The Sports Watch is next.
Da 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 dee da 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 dee 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 da 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 da. Independent test on my 5 to 7 pound Purdue Oven Stuffer roaster is 43% more tender than America's most popular turkey. Things are tough enough all year long. This holiday season, try a little tender. Try a little tender. There's so much to do. What a meal and what a deal. It's all waiting for you. Discover Bonanza's Chicken Monterey Dinner. Start with all you can eat from our fantastic food bar. Your choice of potato and a soft-broiled breast of chicken marinated in our special sauce. It's a mealtime bonanza. Discover the taste. Discover the touch. Discover the
Important showdown in Wilkes-Barre tonight.
And it's always a lot of fun.
Oh, yeah.
I see you smiling there, Karen. I like it, too. I love hoops this time of the year. You know, this could have been a quiet night for area college basketball fans, Only two teams were playing, but those two teams always make a lot of noise when they get together. Wilkes visiting Kings for the Monarchs home opener and a continuation of a great rivalry. Al the Auction Writer has the story.
Home openers are always big games, but for King's College, this home opener is special because tonight they'll play Wilkes. One of two games this year for college basketball bragging rights in Wilkes-Barre. It's always been great games. They come right down to the wire. There's a lot of intensity, enthusiasm in the stands. The crowd gets into it. I think it's great for college basketball. Good for the city. I think it's a natural thing that we should have been playing all the time. We've just got involved with it with the MHC. Bring Scranton into it, and it's a great college series. Kings lead the all-time series 21-11, and they were on the board first in this one. Number 33, Joe Flaherty, follows a miss by Rick Southcott, and it's 2-0 Kings. A few minutes later, Wilkes took their first lead. Jeff Sieber gets the tip in, and it's 6-4 Colonels. Now it's 10-8 Wilkes, so look at the steal by Joe Hespring. He goes up ahead to Ed Moyer for the dunk, and we're tied at 10. Kings didn't get back on top, though, until 4 minutes later. Moyer with a nice three-pointer, and it's 17-15 Monarchs. And with just under 2.5 minutes left in the first half, Kings goes up by 4. Hessling misses, Flaherty misses, but Moyer slams home the rebound, and it's 24-20 Kings. They led it 28-25 at halftime. Second half, Kings picked up where they left off in the first half. Flaherty hits for 2 of his 14. He also had 9 rebounds. But the Colonels hung tough. Graves feeds Sieber. His jumper gives Wilkes their only lead of the second half. It was 31-30. The Kings went back on top to stay. Nice pass from Hessling to Southcott. His three-pointer made it 37-34. Then Hessling hit another three-pointer. This gave Kings a 6-point lead. Graves gave the Colonels one last chance on the other end. His three-pointer cut the lead to only 2. But Hessling put it away. His bucket at the baseline made it 59-50, and Ed Moyer finished with 15 points and 15 rebounds as Kings wins it 63-53. Al the Auction Writer, Sports Watch 16, Wilkes-Barre.
Top 20 college basketball tonight. Number 6, Kansas over Washington, 82-68. And number 9, Illinois over Chicago State, 92-78. Pro hoops tonight in the NBA. Cleveland over Detroit, 113-105. Atlanta tops Houston, 109-93. And Seattle beats San Antonio, 109-102. Both Penn State and Pitt with several players on the Associated Press All-America football team. Biggest honors went to Penn State linebacker Shane Conlon. The 6'3", 225-pound star was named to the AP's first team. They'll go high in the NFL draft. Now, 3 Penn State players made the second team. Chris Conlon, offensive tackle. Timmy Johnson, defensive tackle, and Ray Isom at defensive back. 10 Nittany Lions for honorable mentions. Brian Seibel at tight end. Dan Morgan at guard. Keith Radisik at center. John Schaefer at quarterback. DJ Dozier at running back. Maximo Manca, place kicker. Don Graham, defensive end and outside linebacker. Mike Russo at the nose guard. Guppy Cobbs at defensive back. John Bruno at punter. One Pitt player was named to the second team. Tony Woods, defensive end and outside linebacker. One other Pitt player made the third team. Randy Dixon off of the offensive tackle. Honorable mentions from the Panthers. Mark Stepnoski at guard. Craig Hayward at running back. And Billy Owens at defensive back. The Flyers try to win for the 19th time in 25 starts this season. Hartford at the Spectrum tonight. That was Paul McDermott giving Hartford a 1-0 lead right there after one period. The Flyers tie it up halfway through the second. Brad McCrimmon with the long blast here. He shoots and he scores on the short side. And it's 1-1. But in the third, John Anderson crushes the shot past Chico Resch. And the Whalers win it at the Spectrum. Here's the scoreboard now. Hartford over the Flyers 2-1. Boston beats Quebec 3-2. And Minnesota over New Jersey 5-3. Fishing game forecast for tomorrow. College wrestling tonight. Number 6 Bloomsburg defeated Oregon State big 46-3. I'll be here tomorrow. I'm going to take a day off. I'll see you later.
All right. Okay.
Enjoy. Thanks.
Thanks, Tim. Earlier we told you about a fire burning at Harvey's Lake.
Newswatch 16 update has a crew at that fire, and national reporter Joe Ducey is live right now in the Back Mountain area of Luzerne County.
Well, Nolan, as you said, the fire is still burning just a short distance from here in Harvey's Lake. We took some pictures just a few minutes ago that we're going to be showing you of that house and the flames here. This taken just a few minutes ago, as I said. We don't have a whole lot of information. As you can see, firefighters are still trying to put this blaze out. They say that there is a lot of fire damage inside, but they're still trying to save the house. The house is owned by the Baird family, as we're told. No one was home at the time. The wife was at work. She has been called and is coming to the house. The husband was out hunting. It's about a block away up from the lake here now. As I said, they think that it started probably in the living room. There's a lot of damage in that area. Other than that, we don't have a whole lot of information right now. We'll have more tomorrow at 6:30. Joe, this is Newswatch 16 live in the Back Mountain area.
Thanks, Jim.
Thank you, Joe. Still ahead, a monkey's eye view of the Christmas show.
But first, tonight's lottery number, the daily number is 385, and the big 48432. We'll be right back.
My elves are good, but even they can't do some things. That's why I flip drugs around. They have fragrances I can depend on, like the alluring scent of Charlie, and the enticing fragrance of Primo, or the simply elegant essence of Vanderbilt. And when you're away from home, carry your fragrances in these beautiful cosmetic bags. So this Christmas, give your someone special that special fragrance. Merry Christmas from Frisk Drug.
Hughes is great for gifts, with one of the largest selections anywhere of men's outerwear. Lots of styles and colors, like these Appalachian Trail bomber jackets. You could pay more for quality jackets like these, but Hill's price is $28.97 each every day for these rugged Appalachian Trail jackets, priced so low they're an exceptional value at Hill's.
Those jungle movie scenes of Tarzan walking along with his pet shrimp Cheetah on his back?
I remember them every Saturday afternoon a long time ago. Well, our own Tarzan, Bob Costantini, was walking through the maze at the Christmas gift show in Harrisburg today. And guess what he found?
Freddie the Chimp is one of the highlights of the gift show. His handlers say he likes to walk through the aisles while on break. There are over 200 booths to see inside the farm show hall. Freddie, being an extremely intelligent chimp, knows what he likes and doesn't like. It may be difficult to please a primate, but most anyone on a Christmas list can be satisfied with a gift from this show. If woodwork is your thing, here's Ray Cambianco of West Kitchen. Patiently, he whittles and saws a single 2x4 into an airplane. His partner at the stand is Joy Manelli.
Mr. Cambianco does all the masculine things, the cars, the trucks, the airplanes, and I do all the feminine things, the elves, the wreaths, gates, and reindeer, and what have you.
What you have here is just about any traditional craft, including handmade dolls. His wife makes them in Freeland, and Tom Coral is here to sell them at this show.
It just allows you to, basically show what kind of talent you have and get people out to participate in the Christmas spirit mostly.
The Christmas spirit makes it as crowded as a mall here. Unlike a mall, it will cost you $3.50 to get in, but that includes entertainment once you've given out from gift buying. Bob Costantini, Newswatch 16, Harrisburg.
No, he did not come back with the chimp.
Oh, that's too bad, too.
We had a doc on what it was.
We need an extra reporter for tomorrow's show. Oh, well, that's our update report for tonight.
Next on Nightline, are we the only ones upset about the Iranian arms deal? What does the rest of the world have to say?
And for the first news of the new day, tune in tomorrow at 5:55. For the team, thank you for being with us.
Good night.